Move database from SQL Server 2012 to 2008. I have a database on a SQL Server 2012 instance which I would like to copy to a 2008 server. The 2008 server cannot restore backups created by a 2012 server. I have tried. I cannot find any options in 2012 to create a 2008 compatible backup. Am I missing something? Is there an easy way to export the schema and data to a version agnostic format which I can then import into 2008? The database does not use any 2012 specific features. It contains tables, data and stored procedures. Here is what I have tried so far. I tried test generate scripts on the 2012 server, and I was able to generate the schema, including stored procedures, as a SQL script. This didn't include any of the data, though. After creating that schema on my 2008 machine, I was able to open the export data wizard on the 2012 machine, and after configuring the 2012 as source machine and the 2008 as target machine, I was presented with a list of tables which I could copy. I selected all my tables, 300 plus, and clicked through the wizard. Unfortunately, it spends ages generating its scripts, then fails with errors like failure inserting into the read-only column foo_in. I also tried the copy database wizard, which claimed to be able to copy from 2000 or later to 2005 or later. It has two modes. Detach and attach, which failed with error. SQL Management Object Method, which failed with error. Cannot read properties file stream. This property is not available on SQL Server 7.0.
Right-click on the database in the 2012 SQL Management Studio, and choose Tasks in GT, Generate Scripts. Click past the Welcome screen, choose Script Entire Database and All Database Objects. On the Specify How Scripts Should Be Saved page, click Advanced. Under General in the pop-up Properties page, change Types of Data to Script from Schema only to Schema and Data, and change Script for Server version from 2012 to 2008. I then had to find some way to edit the start of this massive SQL file, to tweak how the database would be created. See this URL. And finally I had to find some way to run the SQL script, which was too large to open in SQL Management Studio. See this URL.
For SQL migrations, use the free and open source SQL Database Migration Wizard. I had a 5 GB database with couple 10 million records and tried the route via generate script and then ran it with sqlcmd.exe. First of all, the generated script was not always working correct. Secondly, sqlcmd.exe can fail on large files too, complaining about available memory. osql.exe works, but just takes ages, and has the same command line arguments. Then I came across a wonderful tool for migrating SQL Server to SQL Azure databases. This works for SQL Server to SQL Server as well. For example, if you'd like to migrate a SQL 2012 database to 2008 R2. It uses bcp.exe, which uses bulk copy. There is a GUI and command line, batch, version available and it's open source. See this URL. In my case, the operation took 16 minutes. In an advanced screen you can select that your target is SQL Server, not SQL Azure.
I'm new to SQL, but I managed to migrate from 2012 to 2008. To do so I used the SQL import and export utility. I chose the SQL 2012 server and the database I want to migrate, and finally the 2008 server, and created a new database as my database of destination. It worked.
Try Apex SQL Tools. They have a tool that will script the database and script the data also.
Ja uranstosunkt to handel, prace tam siebie subskrybing.